Welcome! Today's topic is the G7, also known as the Group of Seven. This is an intergovernmental coalition formed in 1975 between Italy, France, Canada, Germany, the UK, Japan, and the US to discuss... Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong G7. We're talking about the G dominant 7th chord. Let's take a look at what that actually is. The G dominant 7th chord, or just G7 as it's known outside of hoity-toity snooty music theory circles, is a chord made up of only the notes G, B, D, and F. We're going to go over 3 different versions that you can try at home today. Let's get started. First, we're going to look at a 3-string version of the G7 chord. As you can see from our chord chart and the notation, we will be playing it with our open G, open B, and F, or first fret on our high E string. For this chord, we're not going to use our lower strings at all, so no E, A, or D on the bottom. When played all together, the 3-note G7 chord will sound just like this. Do you want a challenge, but not too much of a challenge? Well, have I got a chord for you. This is another version of the G7 chord that uses 4 notes. As you can see from this chord chart, it uses the same 3-note version, but all we're going to do is add an open D. In other words, we're going to have open D, open G, open B, and first fret on your E string. This chord will sound like this. Finally, we have the Big Kahuna, the full first position G7 chord. As you can see from our chord chart, it is very similar as the 3 and 4 note versions, but we're going to add a couple other notes as well. In order from lowest string to highest string, we're going to start with the 3rd fret, 3rd finger on our low E string, 2nd fret with 2nd finger on our A string, open D, open G, open B, and finally, 1st finger on 1st fret, our high E string. Here's what our full first position chord will sound like. Now that we're armed with both a C and a G7 chord, it's time to learn slash notation. No, not Slash, the guitarist from Guns N' Roses. He doesn't have a notation. Slash notation looks like this. See? Little slashes. Slash notation is written by writing a chord, such as C or G7, and then putting some slanting lines in the rhythm that you are supposed to strum. In this example, you would play your C chord 4 times with a quarter note rhythm for your strum pattern, and then you would switch to a G7 chord and play that one 4 times in a quarter note rhythm. This can be used to write rhythms for an accompaniment if you're going to be singing a song and playing guitar to it, and it's also a quick way to learn some rhythm guitar parts as well. For today, we're not going to go heavy into this topic, and we will in a future video. For now, just know that when you see a slash, no, not that slash, this slash, the slash is telling you that you need to strum that chord in that rhythm. Alright, rock stars, as always, it's time to retreat to our little practice corners and work on our new chords for a few hours. Be sure to practice going back and forth between your C and G7 chords, and hopping around those fingers will get more and more comfortable with time. This is a progression you're probably going to play a lot, so it doesn't hurt to know it right now. As always, happy practicing.